are about to start. I see some people. Hello, Omar. Hello, Wolf Moon Soul. We see some hypes. I see some popcorn. Hello, everybody. We have Shelly Shenoy here. First time on Twitch. Let's give her a hand of applause. Hello, Justina. Ooh, we have I think we have a first time chatter here. Lindsay Smart 5, welcome. How did you find the stream? Hello, Omar. So yeah, Shelly, this is the first time on Twitch?
Yeah, am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Like you could
I was answering the social media.
well, you could go on the website and see yourself if you want to.
Right. Yes, that.
Shelly is your homegirl. Hey, get your homegirl on Twitch. Like she could like stream here and stuff.
Oh my god. I've heard that for so long.
You could stream the games you're in. Like what?
True.
Like you could make commentary of the games you're in. You can't stay long. Hi, Zach. So yeah, I'm so happy. I learned that she's from New York, so that is awesome because I'm officially a New Yorker, but you know I'm in Jersey now, so I'm a fake Yorkin right now.
No, it's the 6th borough.
You know what? Being in Staten Island, it was known as a forgotten borough. It's so weird and stuff.
Oh, it is. It is. Jersey is much more of a borough than Staten Island.
But you know what's funny, Shelly? There's been a lot of things going on in Staten Island. Like a lot of movies and shows has been filmed in Staten Island. Like Gotham was filmed in Staten Island. That Amazon show coming out based on a video game called Fallout was filmed in Staten Island. Yeah, so I think it's really cool how these movie companies and directors are literally focusing on these small little cities, boroughs that are unimaginable, and then they will portray it into a nice atmospheric / apocalyptic. I probably said that so wrong, but you know what I mean. Like it's just crazy, like these imaginations and all the effects and editing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I read a little bit about your bio, how you started voice acting and stuff, but I don't want to ask you those type of questions or anything, but I would like you to introduce yourself for people that don't know who you are.
Oh, okay. So let's see. I've been an actor my whole life, and I'll try to keep this as bullet pointed as possible. I've been in New York acting since the early 2000s, and like even did feature film, and I've done a handful of cool things, and I have a bunch of projects in the works. My career really took off with video game work, booking like The Walking Dead, Minecraft, Game of Thrones, Batman, stuff like that. That sort of like launched me into the stratosphere of people knowing who I am. And then meanwhile, behind the scenes, I started coaching about 11 or 12 years ago. And then within 5 years, I was nominated for and won the best voiceover coach in the country. And then it's just been exploding from there. That was like years ago. And so every single day I get up, I am voiceover auditioning to be on camera. I'm either on camera or I'm voicing, coaching, directing. And now I have a new animated series in the works, and I'm working on that as well as an executive producer and overseeing all of that stuff, and writer and doing all of that. So it's kind of hard to answer, but I've kind of had my hands on a lot of pots.
You wear a lot of hats, basically.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. And what was one of the first projects you did when it came to voice acting? Like, was it a commercial? Was it voiceover? Was it a video game? What was it?
Yeah, the very first thing I booked was a video game, I think. No. Oh, no. Hello. I remember. No, the very first thing that I booked was a cartoon.
Ooh.
For a doll.
Oh.
And I was a comedian and was doing a lot of sketch comedy, and somebody from coming to see my shows downtown, was like, oh, it was after a big MTV show that I did, actually, where I roasted Courtney Love by showing up as Courtney Love to the roast. Anyway, and somebody approached me afterwards and asked me if I was a voiceover actor. And I was like, no, that would be nice though. I heard they can pay their rent. And he was like, oh no, that wasn't a question. And he got me to an audition like 2 weeks later, and I ended up booking it. And then 3 months after that, the producer of that job that hired me for that, brought me into another job. And that's where I booked my very first directing gig. So this was all back in like 2003, 2004.
You were at the right place at the right time at that moment, huh?
Yeah, but you know what's interesting about that saying is that it never felt like I was in the right place at the right time. It felt like I was always somewhere on accident with crazy things happening around me all the time, and never knowing, like, I think I'm going to get on that train. And then it never felt like right place, right time. It felt like I didn't know what I was doing, and I felt very overlooked because I was having no luck getting an agent or anything like that at the time. And but then just sticking to it. It's really, yeah, it is right place, right time, but it's also just not quitting.
I love that. Not quitting, looking forward to what your goals are, and just keep going. Like, don't take no as, something to demotivate you. Use that no to motivate you. Like I was saying to another in a previous interview, saying when I did acting school, I was taught use no as rejection is protection. So basically, if you get a no, that part was not destined to be for you. There's something out there better for you. And I use that mentality every day. Like I was rejected for jobs every day. I was telling you, I just got hired for a new job, and I was like hoping that I have this Saturday off, and I do. So I'm so happy we'll be able to interview you, and I'm so grateful that you said yes. That's awesome.
Yeah, man, my pleasure. Thank you. I'm glad we could make it work. It took several weeks.
Lots of emails.
So sorry about that.
It's all good. No, I love the fact. No, communication's key. Thank you for staying in touch and everything, because there's so many things going on, especially for all the projects. You were saying you're filming something on Monday, so that's exciting.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's the other thing too. I got the script right here. Ooh. And like I've got to memorize this thing by Monday also.
When it comes out, let us know, because I know you signed NDAs. You can't talk about it specifically.
Yeah.
But that is exciting. So I want to be aware of that, and then have a part 2 to catch up with you on that. Kramer, hello Kramer, welcome. Omar, hi, thank you for the wave. Little Geek says comedy. I need some specials to watch. Do you have any comedies that you have recommended for us, or do you have like a comedy little presentation for us if you come up it from your head? If you can't, it's okay. I don't want to put you on the spot.
I love the idea of multitasking. So if anybody, if you see my website below, ShellyShenoy.com, some of my favorite sketches that I've ever done are on there. There's at least one. I mean, my demos are up there, whatever, but like, some of them, I mean, at least one of them went viral, and then they had to take it off of YouTube and re-upload it later. But like some of these have a couple 100,000 hits. Some of them have a few million hits. It's just my sketch comedy group, and we're doing, we do pop culture, political, just jokes, and that's only like, I don't know, 5 or 6 sketches. We have like 30 or 40. That's literally just a handful of them. But if you want to see some of the comedy stuff that I'm usually doing, some good samples are there.
Well, besides that, based on your website, www.shellyshenoy.com, which is displayed on screen and pinned on top of my chat, you also do voice coaching. Like, can you tell us about that? How you got into that?
Oh man, can I tell you, it was actually an accident. And I have some delicious and delightful and amazing students that I believe have signed on. I know Lindsay's here because I saw her, because she spoke up on social media.
That's awesome.
Hey, Lindsay, I'm really bad at social media. Can you help me? Can you coach me? Yeah. So So it was actually a mistake. It was an accident. It was coaching, and then coaching is what ended up launching my career into directing professionally, like for real, like because I started directing 20 years ago. But like literally, I started directing when I was a teenager. I was directing national tours when I was
What?
19 years old. Lindsay doesn't know that. I know a lot of my students that are here don't know that. If you're here, speak up. But I know that none of them probably know that I actually started directing when I was 19. And so anyway, long story short, very short, it took me years to get an agent. Once I got an agent, I was cruising. I was booking all kinds of crazy jobs and doing all kinds of stuff. And it was like end of 2011, when it was offered to me to become a professional actor officially, to join SAG-AFTRA, the union. And I had been working with a non-union agency. And my management company at the time was like, you should totally do it. You're going to make so much money. And so I did it. So I joined SAG-AFTRA.
Ooh, oh wow. Oh, I haven't
Well,
heard that term in forever.
SAG-AFTRA. So that's just the step of becoming a professional actor,
Mhm.
legally on paper.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was, and this is what the management team didn't think about, and I coach my students on this every week. If you don't have a SAG-AFTRA talent agency, you will never see SAG-AFTRA auditions. And if you join SAG-AFTRA and become a member of the union, you can no longer audition for non-union projects
Mhm.
of any kind at all, ever. So all of a sudden, I was cruising with my non-union agent, killing it, and I became union,
Oof.
and they stopped calling me.
Yep.
So my phone didn't ring for like months. Over the course of a year, my non-union agent was able to get 6 union auditions in the door.
Oh, nice.
I auditioned for all 6 of them. I booked 4 of them and went broke. Like, was going broke. I was
Mhm.
like living off of my savings because I couldn't audition. I couldn't
And
book anything.
their dues are insane. I have a lot of friends in SAG-AFTRA, and they tell me like horror stories with them.
Yeah,
They miss non-union. They miss non-union that was a little more lenient, and that you were your own boss at the time and you could like choose and stuff. Yes, it's still
yeah,
hard work and it's less pay, but it was less stress. And the union one is like that, correct?
yeah. So I have a very well-known cousin. He's always killed it in the industry, and so I was really excited when I joined SAG-AFTRA. I texted him a picture of the official letter, like the scroll and everything,
I
like in my
bet
card and all of this. And I texted him a letter, or I texted him a picture of
his
it.
reaction's like, why?
No,
No.
no. His reaction was, "Welcome to the union. Pay your dues." So I was like,
Oh
oh man,
no.
because that's exactly what it was like. It was
Yep.
like, welcome to the union. Thank you for the thousands and thousands of dollars you
Hmm.
paid to become an official member. Now also pay your dues. And it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was like broke at the time. So anyway, so because my phone didn't ring, all this just to say, when my phone wasn't ringing for like 6 to 8 months, or a year, um, my agency called me and asked me to start coaching their other talents so that at least they had somebody that was booking like how I was booking. And I at first said no. I was like, no, like tell them to get their own freaking coach. Like, I don't want to coach the talent into booking the jobs I would be booked. And then I was like, "Ugh, all right, fine. I'll coach somebody, send me somebody." And so they sent this lady to my house. And I was just like, I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. I was like, what is this going to? Oh my God. I learned so fast. I literally just like put a couple things in front of her. At the time, I was so new to coaching that I had no idea where to start or what to do. Trust me, that's all figured out now. I need to know so much about you before we even start. But anyway, she just sat down and we started talking, and I was like, what? And I realized all the things she had wrong in her mind. And so I was like, oh my God. And I realized I loved helping people get it right. And so anyway, 6 months later, my classes were all sold out, and it just kind of took off from there.
I'm looking at your website. Number one, I love the welcoming. I love the little humor. I even signed up for your contact list, even though I have your personal email. But
yeah,
this is really cool the way you present yourself.
You know what, Allie, can I tell you?
Sure.
Actually, you know that little thing that I put up where it's the blue?
Yeah, the blue part. That got me cracking up. I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at that.
It comes up on NYCVO Coach, right? Where it's like, bloop, and it's like, tell me, and I ask like a handful of questions, and one of them is, what languages do you speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I started doing in the last 2 to 3 months, when I started filling out what languages do you speak, I started adding, when I add people to my contact list, now I'm adding speaks Hindi, speaks Vietnamese, speaks speaks Spanish, speaks Swahili, speaks whatever, right? And sure enough, there was, the New York Times reached out to me last week, and they were like, hey, we need a Japanese American voiceover actor. And I literally was like, hold on, let me check my notes. And I went to my contact list, and I found 5 people that have said, I speak Japanese. And I emailed all 5 of them, and boom, I got one of them booked on the New York Times the next day.
That's amazing. Congratulations to them. I'm also looking at your site. Even though you charge for courses and everything, you're giving really good advice here. Like, for example,
there's great free stuff on there on the coaching tips segment. There's some amazing podcasts in there. The one I'm most proud of is the one that I worked the hardest on. And it's 14 minutes, how to ace an animated audition. And there is so much information in that 14-minute podcast. And you listen all the way through to the end, I give an example of all the things I'm telling you to bring out in your auditions. And then in the end, I give an edited example of what I'm asking you to do, put to post-edit production with all the sound effects and everything. So imagining if you were able to vocally do all these things in your audition, if you can imagine what the finished product will sound like while you're auditioning, you can elevate your audition. And I walk you through the process of how to do that with the results in the podcast.
That is fascinating. I'm also looking at like the equipment. So say, for example, I'm using a Shure SM7B. Is this a good mic for acting?
Sure, is great.
Fantastic. And I just hear me crisp and everything. Like, I have a fan blowing in the background. You don't even hear it.
Yeah. So the Shure is great. My personal mic is the AKG P220. Ooh. And I've got one right there.
Okay.
That's my student setup where students, this wasn't happening all through COVID, but now after, it was happening all before and now afterwards. I have students here every week. I have students come here. I coach them on their auditions. I had an Emmy-winning actor here literally yesterday. He's very, very, very tall. So you can see the mic that's my student mic. It's right there.
I see it's hanging. You don't have to go crazy.
That's mine.
Okay.
Mine's right here.
And what brand is that one you said?
The AKG P220.
AKG.
Condenser mic.
Oh, condenser mic. Yeah, condenser mics are the best way to go. Don't use USB mics.
No.
Ever. Yeah. And then I love the voice protection, the throat remedies. Apple cider vinegar, as gross as it sounds, it is really good for your voice.
It's awful, and it will also save you.
All right. Mom, you're buying me apple cider vinegar. I see you in the chat.
Mom, hey, Mom. That's so awesome. I wish my mom knew how to.
Yes, my mom watches my Twitch, and her name is Mama Dream. No pun intended. Yes, Mama Dream.
You know what's really funny is if my mom was here, she would be blowing up the chat room. I think I stopped bringing my mom in. I was doing because she was so funny. She was such a distraction. I literally just forgot. Sorry, Mom. I literally just forgot to tell my mom to jump on this one. But like when she's around, she will just blow up the chat with like like relating what I'm saying now to like stories from being a child. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh man, that's funny. I love that though. I feel like the moms and the parents are like the backbone. When you told your
Oh
mom
yeah.
you got into voice acting, what was her first reaction?
To be totally honest, I don't think my mom fully understands what I do
Oh,
still to this day.
no way.
No, oh yeah, yeah. So my mom will literally be like, like, like still watch TV, and then like if I say, okay, so if I say, for example, hey mom, I'm the new voice of like Starbucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom will go and see a Starbucks commercial on TV and find any blonde in the commercial and then send me a screenshot of it and compliment how I did. Like, mom, I'm the voice at the end of the commercial.
Oh my goodness.
We don't really talk about work, although she knows what I'm doing, but she mostly just loves the sketch comedy I do. She loves the on-camera stuff. She loves the sketch comedy. That's if somebody comes over to her house for dinner, she will line up 15 sketches that I've done in the last 5 years, and she'll just play them like a movie.
So my mom's favorite video game is Resident Evil, but she doesn't play the game. But she saw me play the Walking Dead games, maybe so many playthroughs because I 100% it. And you are in a new frontier. You play Kate, the love interest.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Kate was awesome.
So that experience of playing as Kate, and no spoilers, I promise. I will mention some character names because you were with Javier, which was the boyfriend, but then you were married to his brother, I think.
Yeah, I was originally married to his brother, David.
Yes, David. And David was, missing, and we don't know where he is at all. So
so I hooked up with Javier.
Yeah, you did. You hooked up with Javier, and you were with his kids. So wait. Yeah, no, not his kids, David kids.
David's
Javier took care of David's kids. Because David abandoned them, apparently. Yes, she is in the Walking Dead Telltale series, the game, Savanthas. So, if you were shipping who, and of course this is unrealistic and stuff, who would you prefer Kate with, Javier or David, and why?
No question. Javi, all the way.
Oh yeah, Javi's a hottie. Javi the hottie.
All the way. Because David was, as it came to light in the show, he was verbally abusive and controlling, and he was kind of a hot control freak.
I'm so sorry. My mom opened the door and Axe was like, apple cider and vinegar? We don't have that here. Oh, but yeah, Javier, definitely David is the control freak, and Javier was definitely just, spontaneous.
True love.
Oh, yeah. I love that. And what was one of your favorite lines when you played as Kate that you said? If you can remember.
Actually, my favorite part about the verbiage and stuff in the show was my favorite sort of whole element about it was this was written, it was so dramatic and sad and serious. And after the third recording, when I got really comfortable on the mic with the producers and the directors and the other actors, I started making jokes. Like I just started breaking the tension with one-liners and just started to like speak up and be myself. And within a recording session or two, literally it might have been by the next recording session, they started to rewrite Kate and make her funnier and give her a dry, sarcastic sense of humor. And they even made her a stoner.
Yes. So I was telling you that. I'm like, yeah, she was a bad influence.
They made her stoner because like she was under so much pressure and stress, and like that was her release and her
Mhm.
relief, and it allowed her to be more comfortable. And they asked me if I was okay if they
Oh,
sort of
hold
started
on.
taking the things that I said and adding it in.
Hold on. I think my stream froze. Give me a
Okay.
second. That's not good. We might have to redo that whole entire part. Yeah, my stream crashed. What? Oh, nope, you're good. We're back. Are we back? Chat, we're back. That was horrible. 2,400 drop frames. Yikes. We're back. Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, I know you're here. You're fine. Oh, we're good? Okay. I have 2,400 drop frames on my end. So we are fine. Okay, good. Okay. Never mind. You don't have to redo that part.
Do we need to like pick them up or anything?
No, we're good. We're good. Oh, that was a pun. Got it. Oh, wrong.
Hit the right button.
I hit the wrong button. I hit the sad trombone.
The sad trombone.
It worked together though. Hello, CJ. How are you? You're live and I heard it and saw it all. Perfect. That's all that matters.
Oh, great. Thank you.
What are you drinking currently?
Oh, kombucha. I made it.
Kombucha. What's kombucha?
Okay, it looks nasty and scary because it
does.
is. And yeah, I brew it. I brew it from a mushroom. It's over there. It's brewing behind me, back there on the counter.
Ah,
And it's a fermented mushroom, and you know kombucha tea?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Yeah, so I brew kombucha tea at my house, 4 gallons at a time, and this one is blood orange flavored.
Ah, it's always nice to learn stuff.
Yeah, and my hairdresser found out that I was brewing kombucha tea, and I saw him the other day, and he goes, "Your hair is twice as strong." And I was like, and he was like, "That's from the kombucha." So, yeah, it's been great. I love this stuff.
Okay, I'm taking notes here at the end. Kombucha tea. I think always when you make something yourself, it's always healthier and stuff. But let's go back to the voice acting thing. So you play Kate in Final Frontier. You said you did Minecraft. So are you talking about Minecraft Telltale or Minecraft the game? Which one? Telltale. And who did you play in Minecraft?
In Telltale?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm in every scene that there's a group. I have like 1 or 2 individual player characters. I forget their names because it was like kind of robotic names, like they were technicians. And then me and 5 of my voiceover students, because I wanted to give voiceover students this experience. So I cast a different group of voiceover actors that I had trained. And we went and we did all the loop grouping. So I'm in every scene with 5 of my funniest voiceover students, and we're doing all the looping. So if there's like a scene where there's like 300 little Minecraft characters, that's all me and my voiceover students.
Oh, that's so cute.
So we do all the looping in it.
I'm not a fan of Minecraft, but Telltale has a thing of making gamers cry. Every single Telltale game I played, Minecraft made me cry.
Yeah.
And no spoilers. The Walking Dead, every single one of them made me cry. The Wolf Among Us made me cry. Like, what's wrong with Telltale making people cry?
Well, it kept you coming back and playing more.
Of course, yeah, because you had control of the fate and the consequences, which was amazing. And I love that interpretation. And I need another Telltale game. Like The Wolf Among Us 2 has been delayed forever, which I'm shocked you're not in that game.
I know, I was too, actually.
Oh, you are? Oh, see? I'm learning new things.
No, I wasn't in it.
Oh, no.
I said I was shocked also.
Okay. Okay. We're both shocked together.
Yeah. But Telltale, I don't think they're making anything else. I think they went out of business.
Wolf Among Us 2 is was supposed to come out this year, but they postponed it for next year. And then they're making another Telltale game because they got bought out by some other company. And they're doing like a space Telltale game, which has been delayed also.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I think, they're
confusing.
Yeah.
But they were bankrupt. Yeah, they did go bankrupt. Like you're wearing Katie Rain. That's not the Telltale game. Can you tell us the experience of Katie Rain? It's one of my favorite games, by the way.
Kathy Rain?
Mm-hmm. I think I said her name wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can call her whatever you want. Yeah, what do you remember?
Well, it's like those type of games that has like it's pixel, so it's
Yeah,
really cute. So I love that kind of style, and
yeah.
it's fully voice acted, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was made by, a gamer, the person that cast me in my very first game ever, and man, 20 years later, we are still working on games. He literally hit me up this week and he's casting a new game. And so I'm helping him out with that. But yeah, I mean, and I'm auditioning for it also. Um,
Hey,
yeah,
rooting
but
for you.
Kathy was great. He asked me to read for some evil characters. Um, so I gotta look that up Monday or today, probably actually right after this. So yeah, Kathy was great. Kathy Rain, the lead protagonist, is played by a voiceover student that I trained that I recommended for the role. Um,
Awesome.
and Kathy, and she did great. And I play her best friend and sidekick through the game.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, chat if you have questions. Please don't be shy. She's welcome to ask questions. Another person just said, "Oh, if I drank kombucha, will I actually grow hair? I have none at the moment."
Ah, okay. Wait, where are these questions that you're seeing, Allie?
On
Because I'm not.
Twitch chat,
Do I have access to that?
yes, you can. You have to click on the word chat on Twitch.
But I don't see the Twitch. I only have the Google Meet.
Oh, I put the link on the chat.
Oh, let me see. Hold on.
Just make
Oh,
sure to mute it.
oh.
By the way, she never been on Twitch. Yo, what's up, 7 up?
Oh, now I see everybody here.
Mhm.
Oh my God, this is so much cooler.
Yeah, isn't it? It's so fun. It has been a minute. What's up? How are you, 7 up? We are interviewing a voice actress from New York, and she's been in video games and movies and all types of stuff. And she's talking about it. And she's giving free advice because why not? Nice to share. But check out her websites. They're pinned on the top. Okay, so they say the hair thing.
Oh yeah. So I can't, it's not gonna let me see the chat because I don't think I have a login.
You can still see the chat without the login. You have to click on the word chat.
Um
Are you on the
where-
PC?
am I no, I'm on a Mac.
Oh, yikes. Okay. You're on my page, correct? And you see yourself.
Uh-huh.
Oh God. They changed it? No, I have it here on my other monitor. Okay, click on my name. I'll let you game on.
Hold on, wait. It's having me walk through like add my phone number and stuff.
Oh, that's to sign up. You don't have to sign up to see my screen. Oh, wait. Hold on. Why am I making this hard for you? Here, you can see the chat on my website. I have my own website too. I'm fancy. All right, give me a second. You had to
Okay.
log in? No, I don't think so. I have it. I think you can see it on my end. Let me see. Wow, they changed it? Really? Goodness gracious. I'm like so behind the times. All right, so let's see. Start watching. Let me see. All right, so here. It's going to say 18 and up. Click on start watching. And then click on the name.
Do I click on follow me on Twitch or on the
Oh, no. Go to videos on the top page.
oh videos? Got it.
And then it should pop up. And then when you click on the name, it should take you straight to the chat.
Okay, hold on.
Twitch didn't do that. My hair was actually been thinning because my vitamin D level has been low. Oof. Twitch could be weird at times. Yeah, Twitch could be weird at times.
Okay, and where do I see the chat?
What do you see now? Let me see. Well,
I just see it streaming on your website.
okay. Click on the on my name on top. I'll let you game on. Click on it.
Okay.
Okay. And what do you see now?
The same thing that I saw before. It's either join the party or log in.
Oh, click on join the party.
Right, but then that's where I have to enter my phone number and stuff like that. It's making me join.
What?
Yeah, it's making me join.
Oh, boo.
Okay, just read me the questions. That's okay.
Fine. I'll read you a question. But it's so cool when you get to see everyone.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I can see everybody. I just can't see them talking yet.
Aw, bummer. Yeah, Omar, Twitch changed things. That's what happens. 2023. All right, moving on. So you were also in Batman Telltale.
Yes.
Okay, Batman Telltale. Which one did you like better? Enemy Within, or were you in the first one or second one? Because there were two of them.
What are their titles?
Batman Telltale series, and the other one's Enemy Within, which is the main antagonist is the Joker.
I think I was in. I don't know. It's on my IMDb. I cannot remember to save my life right now.
Share screen. If I share screen, it will mess up her camera, Cervantes.
Okay, hold on. I'm logging in.
She's logging in. Oh. Wait, so you're saying on the Twitch app people have to sign in too now? What? My chat's determined for you to join the chat. That's hysterical. All right. Moving on. Since you're doing that, you said you're good at multitasking. All right, so video games. But let's talk about like your filming. Like, what was the most favorite project you did when you filmed?
Oh man, it totally depends on. Here, wait, hold on. It's letting me log on to Twitch. So give me one second.
GG's, everybody. Let's give her an air horn.
Hold on.
GG's, everyone.
Okay, it gave me a code.
Spam those GG's. Thank you, chat. I'm so enthusiastic. I love it.
I think it gave me a login code. Hold on. Oh, Twitch login code. Okay, here we go.
This is so fun. I think now Shelly's going to start streaming on Twitch now, since now she already made an account.
Okay, I can see the chat now. We did it.
Yay! Awesome. You see the chat? You see everyone typing in the pretty colors?
Yes.
When I switch accounts, I asked to log on with my phone also. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so anyway, if you have questions now I can see them. So now I don't have to read them to you.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, so yes, the question was, what was one of your favorite projects that you filmed for?
Oh, We the Internet TV.
And what's that?
I did. That's where my sketch team originated, and we started filming a bunch of sketch comedy.
Okay, that's fun. So like improv and kind of thing, right?
Yeah. No, sketch.
Oh, sketch. Okay, so it's already like scripted and stuff. But have you like done improv stuff as well?
I did years ago. It's how I ended up getting into voiceover.
I love that. Oh, voiceover. So yeah, voiceover. Everyone always confuse voiceover with voice acting. They're both two entirely different things, because voiceover is basically like announcing, and you're not dubbing anybody's voice or anything. It's actually your voice over a presentation stuff. When you're voice acting, you're like putting a personality to a little character and stuff. What was one of the voiceover projects that is very memorable to you, and what was your least favorite voiceover project that you had to do?
I don't have a least favorite because they all pay me money.
Okay.
So, like, there's no way to like not like that, you know. But like as far as favorites, I mean, definitely Kate from The Walking Dead was a favorite, just because of the journey that it took me on personally.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, and then I love doing a bunch of commercials and stuff. Like I found out that I booked this commercial for Starbucks, and then also found out that it was going to be aired on Michelle Obama's podcast, and then I ended up working with her team, and it's just like the connections that you can have that are really cool.
Yes, you did a commercial for Starbucks, and you're also the voice of HBO Max. You want to explain that to what you mean by that?
Yeah, I booked the commercials for HBO Max, and so now they air all the time on cable.
Every time before you watch something, the HBO Max announcement. That's amazing. Do you find it weird hearing your own voice, or actually become comfortable hearing your own voice? Because as a streamer and a content creator, when it comes to editing things and repeating things over and over again, I'm like, man, I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice whatsoever.
Yeah, you get used to it very quick. You have to be used to it.
Oh wow. See? I think it's easy chat. That's awesome. Yeah, isn't that awesome? They are very different. They are different, the voice acting and the voiceover. But which one you have more fun with, the voice acting or the voiceovers?
I hate to break your train of thought on on the misnomer that you mentioned earlier, but there is no difference. All
Really?
of this voice acting. Yeah, I don't like
Wow.
I don't yeah, you have to take on a character when you do all advertisements, and you have to apply technique, and you have to be acting and working and emoting an emotion. So voice acting is what you do when you are working on voiceovers. Make sense?
Okay.
All the
Yeah.
same.
Okay.
All the same.
Wow. Everyone always have different, you know, observations and stuff. So that's actually really cool to learn. That is interesting, right? Bye, Zach. And Zach has work. Have a good day at work. Thank you for passing by as always. Okay. So that's cool. We learned about the Minecraft. We learned about HBO Max, some filming, some voiceovers. What is okay? So this is when we get like to know you as a person, not just your acting or anything. So what do you do as your hobbies outside of voice acting and voiceovers? What's it's a thing you do to de-stress and to like, relax and just stay away from work for a bit?
Okay, so I never really get a lot of time to do that stuff, but
Oh,
like when I'm able to go to the gym, I love it. Because it really helps me refocus. And then I brew kombucha at my house here, and I've started my garden in my office here.
oh yeah, I was seeing you watering plants earlier today before we went
Yeah,
live.
yeah. So I literally started my garden yesterday, which I'm so excited about. So like that's like a whole like mesclun, lettuce, I'm growing spearmint, herbs, mint, thyme, rosemary, basil, tons of basil, kale, all that stuff.
I love that in your own house. That's great. Also,
Yeah.
chat, please don't be shy. Ask questions because I'm running out of questions. Unless you want to just continue talking about experiencing, talk about your coaching. What is your favorite class that you like to coach? Ooh, edamame.
No, no, yeah, I'm growing sugar snap peas, which
Oh,
I'm
sugar
so
snap
excited
peas. They look like edamame.
about. Edamame.
Yeah, they're like the things they sell in like in Asian Japanese restaurants, and they're so good to eat before eating dumplings and sushi.
Yeah, so I love growing vegetables in there, and I love growing my own kombucha drinks. So that's fun. Yeah, and then I'm just working on this TV show.
There we go. That's another thing. Yes, she's working on a TV show in A&E Networks, correct?
No, no, no. So with the A&E network, I'm
Mm-hmm.
voice directing for
Okay.
them. Like I'm voice directing shows on the History Channel.
What?
For creating my own animated series. That's something that's in development, which means casting is about a year away. Right now we're working on the pitch bible, the storyboards, the pilot, and season 1, and we're trying to get it sold and put on the air.
Ooh, and are you involving your voice acting students to be part of this project, or is it open casting call? What is your plan for this?
Um so first and foremost, I'm fully understanding how important it is and how much it matters to have celebrities attached to your project so that you can gain millions of dollars in funding. So voice actors will not be, my students won't be involved in season 1, but after it gets picked up and it's on the air and it's like working, we will definitely hold auditions for other roles and stuff like that coming on. Yeah.
All right. So no spoilers. I'm just manifest
But
on it, and I hope it happens of whoever you
yeah,
pick.
we're gonna have casting for season 1, but so that everybody knows, it is going to be SAG-AFTRA. it will be a union project, not a non-union project. So that's also important to know.
That's important, yes. Because I remember when I did extras, they avoided me to do the last 3 projects, do SAG-AFTRA, so I'm still stuck as non-union. But it's fine. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's fine. I love doing those little things. Did she say how she was introduced to voice acting? Yes, she did. Yumi just got here, so Yumi missed that introduction, how you got into voice acting. Oh, look, there's a question for you.
Oh, no, well, yeah. So the difference between directing and coaching is navigating egos and finding a way to, if you're working with a talent that is already booked in something and you're directing them, and they don't know how to do what you need them to do, that's where coaching comes in really handy, because you can sneak in the exact coaching bullet points for getting them to deliver what you need to be put on the air. And and when you're being coached, they're a lot more open-minded, right? They're like, teach me, teach me. When people are being directed, they sometimes can think they know everything already. And so as a director and a coach, you've got to blur the lines to make sure that you can direct with such a deep education in coaching and knowing how to get the finished product that it might just seem like you're directing, but really you're coaching them through it.
Oof. Yeah. Another question that came up is, what is something you wish you knew going into acting would before you started?
The most important thing that you can know when you are getting involved in this industry is what the real numbers are and how to achieve your first booking. I think that a lot of people think, I've got a good mic, I've got a great voice, I've never worked with a coach, and I've never learned how to professionally audition, but I'm just going to get out there and I'm just going to start auditioning. And what people don't realize is how many auditions it actually takes and how professional your voiceover auditions need to be, industry standard, top of the line. A lot of voice actors don't understand what happens behind the scenes after you send your audition in and why it needed to be perfect so that they can continue along the casting process with your perfect audition. And so when voice actors don't know how to send in an utterly spotless audition with the technique and the recording style and the mic choreography and the editing and everything that you need right on point, the color and musicality and pacing and everything you need for a perfect audition, when they don't understand that and they just think, I'm just going to read the script and get it out there, they think they're going to book their first job in their first 5 auditions or 10 auditions or 20 or 30 auditions. And it's just not going to happen. So when you are new, and you're starting out, if you have a clear understanding of what the audition process really is and how to do it, and you have a clear understanding of the numbers and how many it takes, and you have a good audition strategy, you're going to do fine. I know that this is a different answer between what do I wish I knew when I started, but the truth is that I actually started so long ago that it's such a different industry now, it wouldn't apply. But one thing that I wish that I knew 15 years ago was how important it would eventually be to have a professional recording setup at home. So I wish that I was I was 2 years ahead of the curve. I wish that I was 10 years ahead of the curve. So there's that.
Technology is evolving every day, and there's just so many programs to use nowadays. Another person says, since you are okay, I'm gonna try to rephrase this. Okay, are there jobs you turned down because you were too busy?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. You don't have to get into explanation. Just that's a yes or no question.
Yeah, but I love to work and I love to take on projects, but what you have to balance when you get to a certain point, and this is so sincere, and you should start paying attention to this when you're very young and new in your career also. Where is your time being spent? Where is your energy being placed? And is it worth it? So, like, you have to understand that the time and energy that it will take to do a certain job versus what it will pay you, the reward for doing that job, or where it will expose you, is everything lined up? So right now, like, I might have to turn down a job that's going to take a lot of time and not pay very much money. I can't, there's no way that I would be able to do it.
That makes sense, especially you don't want to sell yourself short. But say hypothetically it was a favor for a friend. Would you go out of the way to help a friend? Or you'd be
Yeah,
like,
I do that
forget
all the
about
time.
them? Okay, okay. So
I do
yeah,
that all the time.
that makes sense. Yeah. So helping a friend. Someone says in the chat, are prospective talent really using Adobe Edition, or is that just Adobe hype?
People are using the most popular ones are GarageBand and Audacity. I know that some people use Adobe Audition, but
Adobe Edition is so expensive. I have Adobe Edition. That's how I
yeah,
do
I think
projects.
it's a waste.
Audacity is amazing. If you know how to mix in vocals and make it crisp, Audacity is amazing. And it's free, $99. It's free.
Yeah, it's free $99. Audacity is great, and GarageBand is awesome. It depends on if you're a PC or a Mac person. You don't need anything other than that.
See, everyone's like, whoop, whoop, Audacity, open source, FTW. Yeah, great.
Yeah, you just have to know how to use it.
Yeah, especially with like the different settings and the effects. Because I've noticed when you do can you speak about the importance of a demo reel? Like, why is it so important to have a demo reel?
Part of the reason is to show your understanding of the industry. So if you understand what needs to be on a demo, what it needs to showcase, and it's put together properly by a professional, that flexes a muscle that says you've been around the industry long enough to know and understand why you needed to get this put together in exactly this way to showcase who you are and why it's important to work with you or hire you. People that don't understand this make their own demos, put a bunch of random crap on there, and then think that a professional organization will take that into consideration when you are presenting yourself as someone that doesn't know any better. So it's really important to have have a great demo that actually showcases not just your talent, your personality, and your range, but also your expertise.
So do you prefer a sound engineer making demo reels for separate things, like one for announcing and commercials, one for anime dubbing, one for video game acting? Would you like to separate it so it's more easier to categorize it? Or would you prefer it to be in one shot and then in a little each part of the demo, there's a pause and then it goes straight to another voice? And why is that?
So
To word it easier, is it better to have it separate demos, or would you have all of them at one shot for someone to hear? But it depends on what project you're submitting the demo for.
Yeah, you would not have all of these things on one demo because it looks like a crazy hot mess.
Okay. I was figuring that. Yeah, definitely. Oh, someone says, have you ever done dubbing for games that are in Japanese? And if so, how often do dubs not happen? Because people prefer subs. So don't try. Okay, so that's like an example. Have you ever done like Dragon Ball Z games or anything, stuff like that, like games that were originally in Japanese but you dubbed them in English?
Yeah. I did a feature film.
Ooh.
That was dubbed, and it did really well. I don't know. I can't even remember what it was called right now, but I worked on that in like 2017, and I see auditions from my agents for dubbing Japanese projects, films, television shows, or games every week. My agents are sending auditions for that stuff.
Yep, I've seen you did 32 projects. Oh, you also was in Red Dead Redemption too. That was fun. That's another game. But yeah, I'm looking a lot of video games. That's right. I know this is like you didn't want to talk about it, but I want to mention it. You were in Casper's Scare School.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that a fun experience being on
Yeah,
like
that
an
was
animated show?
yeah, I played 26 different characters on that show.
Oh, I remember that show. That aired on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, that was so fun. So fun.
Wow. Yes. And then you were also in yeah, we spoke about The Walking Dead, you're Kate. And Kathy Rain, you were Eileen Summers. Shardlight, I never heard of this video game.
Oh yeah, Shardlight is crazy.
I'm definitely adding this to my wish list. Okay, so with games, I love indie games. So you jumped into some indie games, and of course, Red Dead Redemption is a AAA game. But how did you feel like in the environment when you go to the studio to record these games, or were these record in your in-home studio?
Oh, all of those indie games were recorded at the studio, but I think the next indie game that I'm going to be involved with, this thing is going to record from home.
Oh, that's sweet.
Here.
Yes. What is that thing over the microphone? What is that thing?
Foam shield.
Foam shield. Ah, and that's just to like avoid like the background noise and stuff.
Yeah, it helps. It helps block out the white noise.
Okay. So I have white noise now then.
You?
Yeah, me.
Oh, I don't know because I can't hear you on my speakers right now because my fan is blowing.
Fair
Anyway,
enough.
what was the question?
Oh no, you answered the question about the box thing. And then we talked about Casper and everything. I didn't have a question.
No. You were asking about what it's like going into.
Oh yeah, what's the difference between going into the studios, recording for a voice for a video game, or have you done an in-home studio? And you said that you were doing an in-home studio for a future game.
Yeah. And I did at least 1 or 2 video games over COVID, and I recorded them all here.
Oh man, during the pandemic, I think that time was either good and bad for voice actors because number one, if you have the technology, you were still working, right?
Yeah.
See, so that's and you were still doing coaching also virtually as well.
Oh my God. Yeah. It was 24 hours a day.
Oof. But I think you're doing what you enjoy, and that's important. And especially the feedback that I got from your previous student, Lindsay. She says, number one, hands down. So that was really sweet.
Oh, nice.
It was all the way on the top. You came in a little late.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Here's an audio question. Is there a real difference between a condenser mic with XLR to a mixer versus a condenser mic to a virtual mixer? Is a physical mixer really important if the mixer is a USB? Isn't that the same?
Nope. The mixer is completely different, and it should be plugged in with an XLR cable. You shouldn't. I mean, so if you have a condenser mic, it's got an XLR cable that plugs into your actual your actual mixer, and then your mixer has a USB that plugs into your computer. That's how you get your awesome mic through your mixer into your computer. And that's the only setup. There should not be a mic that goes into a USB that plugs into your computer. That's a USB mic.
Yeah.
So
no Blue Yetis, everybody. No Blue Yetis.
No Blue Yetis.
Oh my gosh. That was funny. I had an email from a project that I did for YouTube, and they said, make sure no Blue Yetis. We will reject you immediately. We know how they sound. Yeah. They have like a boxy sound. And even the way that you even like edit and try to like fix the sound noises, because hey, I'm not gonna be mean up to Blue Yeti because I use a Blue Yeti when I was streaming in my 7 years. That was my mic I had for 6 years. Well, 5 years because I just got this mic. Actually, yeah, 6 years. I just got this mic last year. So I don't know why I am on a Blue Yeti right now. Oh man, I'm having so much fun with you, and I'm really excited for what you're gonna have to bring. You're gonna have an animated series. I get to bring SAG-AFTRA actors. You did A&E. You have a voice coaching site, which make sure to check that out. You also make demos, or is that classes about demos?
No. I work with my head audio engineer is an engineer at Nickelodeon Studios, actually, and we've been working together for almost 10 years. So we create incredible demos.
That is amazing. So yeah, and your price is wow. It's definitely, I'm surprised because I thought a voice demo would cost like from like $300 to like $700. And I was looking at the voice demos. I'm like, wow, that's actually not that bad.
I don't know what pricing you're looking at.
Wait, am I looking at the wrong pricing? Let me see.
You might be looking at like a coaching session.
Oh yeah, never mind. It was coaching. How much does a voice demo usually range from?
It totally depends. It totally depends. Like I do in really intensive coaching. So if anybody wants details on pricing and what's included in like the lifestyle changes that I walk people through in order to be an actual professional voice actor, just go to the site.
Yeah. And I'm looking, yeah. Very good reviews, everything. And you're straight to the point. So that's really important, especially the fact that there's so many things that you learn, but they don't stick to the brain. But I could see like this is your passion. So I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Was there any voice that ever strained your vocal cords while you were doing it?
Yeah, half of them.
Oof.
Yeah. Just lots of stuff. And so you have to be careful, and you can take control a little bit of of what they're asking you to do. And if you know that it's going to strain you, you should ask to do it at the end of the recording session.
I have another question. So with auditions, and this is nothing with like voice acting or anything, just actual filming auditions. So sometimes in auditions, they ask you to film from your phone. Would you prefer filming from a phone or an actual DSLR, upload it, and make sure like the resources is to par, because DSLR megabytes are really big. You have to break it apart. So what would you prefer? Film the audition on a phone or on a DSLR and go through that editing mess?
If you are recording, like filming, you can film an audition on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are recording a voiceover audition, then you have to record it on a mic.
Yeah.
Never on your phone.
Oh, no. Although it's really funny how like these phones have like amazing technology to just like filter your voice. So I think that's really interesting how technology just evolves. Meester has a general question. Are you team Android or team Apple?
Apple.
Hey, I'm team Apple too. I have an iPhone 13. Oh, you probably can't see it, but yeah, it's right here. You can't think of questions? I know. It's so hard to think of different questions, especially the fact that like we're just here just having a nice conversation, getting to know you, learning that you coach and direct, which that is phenomenal. And you're still to this day doing filming and acting, and that's amazing. That is so impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I'm so glad that you like gave Twitch a try.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Mama James says team Apple here. Yeah, so please, any questions? Because she has to go read some scripts in a few minutes, and we don't want to keep her here, even though we love her company.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This was so cool.
Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, Mama James says team Apple. So yeah, any questions? You got 10 minutes. Come on, don't be shy. Ooh, do you get hate from individuals?
I have picked up a little smoke on Instagram a couple of times, but I don't sweat it too much. People are just angry, so I don't really pay attention.
I feel like the jealousy shows in true colors, especially when you like book a job or something. And I bet that happened in real life, like with like friends or something. But if they fully support you, then they're real friends.
Yeah. Actually, I had this crazy
Ooh, story time.
hater. Yeah. You said, hey, you said, well, hold on, what?
No, it says story time. I like
Okay, yeah. No. I had this crazy hater. I don't know if any of you guys want to help me fix this, but it was like 8 years ago, this crazy guy. I forget his handle name. But he went on my I think it was Shelly Shenoy official on Facebook
Mm-hmm.
and rated me 1 star and left a comment that was, um, how how are we supposed to believe you can help anyone do what you do? You are just a star and you're a shit of a person because, because you are famous and we're not, and F you or something. It was so like insane because he found out that I was a coach, but didn't want to pay to take lessons with me, and then just crapped all over like reviews. So like I think he did it on the Facebook reviewer thing and he left
Oh
me 1 star.
no, that's
Really,
horrible.
you can't delete that. He's just so angry that I don't know, that I was a coach and a director, but he wanted free classes and I was like, I don't have time to teach free classes. So I ended up putting all this free stuff on my website, but he left a really nasty Google thing and then never came. I don't know if it was Google or Facebook, but it was mean.
Yeah, people could be so mean and hurtful, and they just do it just to wire you up. But hey, if you're still doing what you're doing, so it didn't phase you, so keep doing what you're
Yeah.
doing.
I mean, whatever. It was just, it was one of these things, but like, you know, yeah, I want to help people have success. Like I literally had somebody email me yesterday, one of my students who just booked his first ever voiceover job. And I only started
Aw.
training him in February. It was like end of February. I started training him and he just booked his first gig. Here we are, he started his first day of training the last week of February. And he's already making money as a voice actor. That's what I do.
See, that those are the best success stories. See, you're doing a great job if you get those success stories. So that's a
Yeah.
lot. And
Yeah.
yes, and you also have YouTube.
Oh yeah, YouTube. I got to get back up there. Yeah. I've got some good stuff up there.
See, so with YouTube, do you feel like YouTube is a great place to showcase your talent and stuff and all those like everything like
I'm
that?
Yes, I want to say yes, but I'm just not on it enough to like have an impact for what I do, but like I have some great videos up there, some coaching videos. I need to make more. I just haven't made it. I just haven't had the time to put any together recently, but yeah, YouTube is great. In
Patrick
fact,
Need a Phone Cover says Shelly's so pretty.
oh, thank you, Cartrick. Need a phone cover.
That's a
We need to get him a phone cover.
that's a great name. I love that name.
Or maybe that's a female. We don't know.
We
Cartrick.
love your name, Patrick. If you want to share your pronouns, you're more than welcome to. I'm she and her. My mom says
But
haters will always be haters. It's what you do about it.
yeah, right. It's so true. They can't be stopped. Just get out of their way if you can. Um, but a great tip for budding voice actors or recording engineers or whatever it is that you're doing in the arts out there, YouTube is the best source material for getting better at a skill. There is a YouTube answer for just about anything. And I have YouTube to thank. When I found out a few years ago it was like 6 or 7 years ago, it was one of the first virtual reality video games ever made. And I found out on a Friday morning that I booked 2 roles in the game and the game was shooting on Monday
Ooh.
evening. And one of the roles, no problem, got it, was like a army combat kid. So I was playing like a 20-year-old army combat girl. She was great. The
Oh.
other one was a Russian mobster who was a general in in the KGB. It was insane. And I had to
Wow.
have an authentic Russian accent and I just sounded like a generic gypsy when I tried. And I studied YouTube that weekend for 45 hours at least, just training on the specifics of a Russian accent. When I got to the job, I was like, can we do the Russian one first? And they said, yes, they've got me on the thing. And when they had me on the headsets, one of the game producers who was in Europe was like, oh, did you guys get an authentic Russian? That
Yay!
was
YouTube helped.
YouTube all the way. I studied so hard between Friday and Monday, and by Monday I sounded like a resident from Russia. So and I since lost it, but like if you study accents and you study them hard, you can become a master in it if you're really focused on doing it, and that will help you in the voiceover world.
And accents are super important, especially with like certain category characters to
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I can't talk today. They said what a fun story. A lot of people were talking about the hater stories. It sounds like a personal problem. Ouch, what a horrible person. I would assume that being jelly would mean you're doing it right. A person says, what is the most you had to alter your voice for a role? What do you mean by that? What's the most you had to alter your voice for a role? Oh, okay, so what
I know.
type of I guess like screaming or anything? Like what type of role that had to alter your voice?
Yeah. So and I mean, we can end on this if you'd like. But probably for the nurse in Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Mhm.
Probably, if I can remember correctly. I mean, I've been a lot of robots, and they end up like adding auto sequencing to the voice to make it
I love that.
robotics. I've done a lot of that. But like for the nurse in Casper the Friendly Ghost, they were just like, oh, do you want to give this a try? Do you want to audition for it? And I was like, yeah. And I saw the character, and the character looked like a beast, and they had originally wanted a man
Mhm.
to play the role. And I was like, oh my gosh, can I do this and try to make it as manly as possible, but with that slight femininity that sounds like a woman that's like, wait, is she a nurse or like what is this? Is just a straight up monster? And so I ended up with this voice that was like, oh man, I don't know if I can tap into it now, but it was just
No
like,
worries. Don't strain your voice. It's all
no,
good.
it was very much like, oh no, we've got a little problem. Like it was just very
I'm creeped out.
growly and dark and like, no, like lots of the lowest register possible. So yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. And what is the last thing you like to say to like your voice students or anything? Like what is the most important advice or just like motto you have for anyone you would like meet in the street or something? What would you say to them?
Oh, somebody would meet in the street. Hi, can I pet your dog?
That's dangerous.
I know, I do it every day. Every day. Yeah, I guess I would just say, first of all, thank you for tuning in. I had some great students come in here, and then I saw that they were texting me during the stream. And so I saw some really sweet texts come in from students who were in and out here earlier. This industry is really, really tough, but if you know what to expect, anybody can do it, but your expectations and your standards have to be up to par to what the industry would expect from you. So if you understand the industry and you understand the expectations and you can start working it into your life, you can actually do it. This is what I teach my students to do.
I love that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. And once again, be sure to check out her websites. The websites are www.nycvocoach.com and www.shellyshenoy.com. And let's get her to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Why not?
What? What's 1,000 subscribers? What?
We could talk after stream real quick. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Next voice actor will be Wednesday with the original voice of Bowser from Mario 64. tune in. Later on, we'll be on TikTok. Catch me there. And yeah, make sure to follow Shelly Shenoy also on Instagram. SHELLY on Instagram. My name is Ale Dream. It was a pleasure. Thank you for being part of Interview with Voice Actors and Voice Actresses. Have a good night. Stay blessed. We love you all.
Thanks, you guys.